After what turned out to be a really emotional morning, I thought it just would be best if we got outside the house. So I suggested, let's go and run an errand.
Today would be great if we could go to the supermarket.
Okay. That is usually someplace I dread going with them.
We need to hold hands, please.
Apparently, it's horrendous for Mum, so I needed to see this.
No cupcakes. No cupcakes. No. Okay, no. Max, no brownies. No, stop that. No. Don't, that will fall. No. No, I told you no.
It was a nightmare. Screaming, yelling. I was so embarrassed.
No. No. I don't even know where they are now.
Hold on a minute. Your kids are gone.
Yeah.
We're in the supermarket and your kids are gone.
They're gone.
So what are you doing?
I'm looking for them. Get over here now.
We got them from Claire.
Okay.
And then Claire decided to stamp her feet and kick. I want.
No, Claire, they sat in the freezer for over a year.
I like them. But now I like them.
You cannot like them now.
I like them now.
Every time we go to the market, she'll fixate on one thing and scream until I give it to her.
Come on, pick something else.
Oh, I like them now.
So you can come down this aisle if you want.
No.
Yeah, you can come down this aisle. It's just a child's having a meltdown, but feel free to get what you need to get if you're shopping.
I found absolutely hilarious that these people were shopping and thinking, oh, don't go down aisle 6, there's trouble down aisle 6.
No, you already picked the ice cream.
It was a good experience to watch because I know that I'm going to be able to help Sarah change this.
Come on, get in, both of you.
Hey, monsters.
Dad walked in and the kids were so happy. Hi, pleased to meet you, Joe.
Pleased to meet you.
Hi. And he was very pleased to see myself and said hi and was very open and friendly.
If we are going outside, then you need to wear your shoes, okay?
And he's fully committed, engaged in spending that time with the kids when he's back from work. He says hello to Sarah and it's kind of cordial, but he's there because he's there to see his kids.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
The kids out back with Dad left me and Sarah in the house, so I thought I could have this chat about her circumstances with John. So he comes over at this time.
Every day.
Every day at 4 o'clock.
Every day at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
They have dinner. He helps with the bath, helps put in bed, and then he goes.
How long's he been doing that then?
8 months.
So that's as long as you've been separate?
Yeah.
So you both decided to...
No, he decided to.
He decided. So he decided that he wanted a separation or that he needed to move out. What's the story?
He never communicated to me during the marriage how unhappy he was. I really didn't see it coming. I didn't know he was going to move out. And he moved out.
Yeah.
And then when I asked, you know, can we work on it? He was like, I'll think about it.
Is it something that you want to work on?
Of course.
So you still want to be married to John?
Right. I still love him very much. I still respect him very much. I think he's a wonderful father, and I miss him terribly.
You've seriously not spoke for 8 months about how you move forward? I mean, for 8 months he's been in a separate place.
I've tried to talk to him about moving forward, but he is scared to... He's comfortable where it is right now because it's comfortable for him.
Sarah was very open, talking about her relationship and the breakdown. But of course, there's 2 sides to every story. So I went out back to speak to John to find out some more.
I had to walk away because I was at my wits' end. I was angry more. I was more frustrated. I took it out on the kids more. And they're the innocent victims in all this. I have loved them from the day that they were born to this day now. My biggest fear is that trying to not hurt them is the biggest challenge that I have.
I was hoping to get a better explanation of why John had decided to move out, but quite frankly, I was still confused. It is important that he talks to Sarah about where he wants to be because she's walking on eggshells hoping. I'm going to make a move then for the evening. And I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Me too. I really do.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. You know, it's really going to be a sensitive situation every day working with this family.
I'll say goodnight and say thank you again.
Thank you again.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, John. Bye-bye. I've helped families in this situation, and a few families have divorced. And a few families thought they wanted a divorce, and they're still happily married. But honestly, I'm not too sure how things are going to pan out between John and Sarah. Let's start with Max. There is a lot of anger that he is repeatedly showing, and that's due to the fact that he is not having questions answered.
Right.
He wanted to know why you left, John, and he sits there and he says to me, I don't know. He's frustrated and he's confused, and the impact of that is his behaviour. You know, the punching and the hitting, and he ends up picking on his sister and hurting her. And then he retaliates, and he does that with a pair of you as well.
It's not necessarily malicious. It is intentionally to draw attention to him.
He needs some direction and guidance with boundaries, and he's not receiving that.
Okay.
Let's talk about Claire.
Okay.
She's realised that if she displays out-of-control behaviour, that it makes you fluster. She puts her foot down and she screams until she gets her own way.
Right. She'll just keep going to where I just can't stand it anymore. So I give up, and I give her what she wants.
That's behaviour very quickly could change, but you continue to support this behaviour. There are many issues that need to be resolved. Unfortunately, there is a very large elephant in the room, and we're skirting around the elephant.
I don't know, this whole limbo state is difficult on me, and I think it's difficult on everyone.
But regardless of what's happening in your own relationship at present, you're both committed in raising your children together.
Absolutely.
There's no shortage here of love and how you both feel about your children.
And I just want to try to establish stability for myself, for my children, for Sarah, but with little damage as possible. Obviously, there's going to be collateral damage if I choose to walk away from this family.
Right now, these are tough times, okay? But it doesn't mean that we can't push through these tough times in making sure that we have lots of positive things in place that create stability, regardless of circumstances. So we're ready to create that foundation, right?
Yes.
Are you ready to do that together?
Yes, I'd like that.
Me too.
We need to make decisions and we need to move on. So let's make some way. Thank you. I gave John and Sarah the night to think because I need to know what direction they're going in. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hiya. Because it determines what I'm going to teach this family. For 8 months, you guys have chose to be in a place that's not progressed. Decisions have to be made now, so that at least you guys can move on, not just as individuals, but as parents.
If I say, you know what, let's drop the bomb right now, let's pull the trigger, let's move in our separate directions, that scares me to death because I don't want to hurt anybody.
You know, I still love him, though, and I would like to understand and realize what we had done and put it behind us and try to have the family, to have the joy, to have the love and respect that the reasons why we got married. I mean, I understand we both screwed it up, and I take responsibility for a huge part of that. But I don't think you will make the choice to just let your guard down and to try.
I don't feel that I can let my guard down, no.
This conversation is to establish what you both want.
At this stage of the game, I think that the separation is the only thing that I go for. I'm not coming back as a husband. I can't. It's not working for me.
You don't want to work on things.
The person that needs to work on me in regards to you is...
John, she's asked you a question.
No, there.
I can't fight anymore. If that's your decision, then we have to split. I can't. Just...
You don't want the relationship anymore. You don't want the marriage.
Correct.
I don't even know what to say. It's very difficult for me because I had hope.
All right. Then what I see with regards to the work that I can do here is to really take you through that transition. We're gonna need a conversation with the kids.
Okay.
John and Sarah told me that they had decided to divorce, and straight away, my thoughts were on the kids. No matter how hard this conversation is going to be for the pair of them, they've got to tell the kids.
You know that Mommy and Daddy love you very, 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 very to the 10th power much, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. At this time, Mommy and I are not going to stay married. But what we will stay forever and ever and ever are your Mommy and Daddy. We will never, ever leave you. There's nothing that's ever happened that has brought us to here has to do with you.
Truth is that Mummy and Daddy have made that decision to live in their separate houses, but that you guys will have two homes. Do you remember when we were talking, Max? And you said there were a few things that you didn't know and you wanted to ask Daddy some questions. Well, now you could ask Daddy those questions.
Okay, what question do you have?
Do you remember?
You said you would tell me why you moved out, and you never did since.
Okay. I moved out because I was trying to please everybody all the time.
And you were.
And I was, except one person, and that one person was me. I gave so much that I didn't have any more to give.
John launched into this introspective conversation, but I knew the kids wouldn't understand. I mean, what they need from him is a conversation that's black and white. The reason why Daddy moved out is because Daddy got on better with Mummy when they were living in separate houses. Because when they're in the same house, it's not good, is it? No, they were fighting, and that's not good for anybody.
Today was the day that I faced my biggest fear and explained to Max and Claire that I was not coming back as a husband, but I will always be their father, their daddy.
And so what's important for Mummy and Daddy is that even though they're going to be in different houses, they're going to be together with you both.
I'm a little sad because my dad and mom are not together, but they still really love me a lot.
And that was a tough conversation for both Sarah and John to have with their kids, but it was a lot lighter than how they thought it was going to turn out. It seemed to leave the kids in a very comfortable place about where they were going to be in the mix of it all. Big hugs, big family hugs.
Big family hugs, come on.
Big hugs and kisses. Divorce is difficult. There's no two ways around it. But it's about parents creating that stability for their children regardless. And when I started teaching, that's exactly what I was going to be showing the Manleys. Sarah and John! So there needed to be two schedules because these kids are going to be staying at their father's as well as at home with their mum. So as you can see, what we have here are kite schedules. One for this house and one for your place as well, John. What would be good is during the weekday to write down the schedule of what the kids do when they come home, OK? Because then we'll set that on your kite as well, Dad. Sameness is a beautiful thing because it lays down a carpet of stability for these children. Keeping a routine on a daily basis is key between both homes.
We do snack, homework.
The schedule was a little bit tough for me. You know, it made it very, very official that we're separated and splitting the children